Right then, you know, tell me.
Break my fingers. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Linford, you've decided to write this book to be honest with you. Is it basically your chance to put the record straight about your career and what you've achieved?
Well, I mean, it's really my chance to give the public a little bit more insights on who Linford Christie is and, you know, how I got to where I am. I mean, a lot of people just see me now and they think, you know, it was always that easy. So, just a little bit of background.
I mean, you express a lot of anger towards the press. Why do you feel so much animosity towards them?
Well, it's not a matter of, you know, why I feel. It's just a matter of, you know, why they choose to write the things they do. You know, we need each other. And, you know, why do they do the things they do?
I mean, isn't there a sense in you that you've won more medals than any other British athlete? So those achievements in themselves should speak for themselves and not get you embroiled in this sort of war with the press.
Well, I mean, it's nothing, you know, I'm not embroiled in the war at all. You know, they write about me and I tell them, you know, I don't think what you're doing is correct. I mean, when you get people writing about you who've never met you, never been to an athletic match, you know, then of course you have to say, you know, silence is a sign of agreement. You know, and when it begins to affect your friends and your family, then, you know, you have to put a stop to it.
I mean, you've been one of the most vocal athletes in denouncing drugs throughout your career, but sort of in a strange way, you've also been speculated about more than any other athlete. Now, how difficult do you find that to cope with?
Well, to be honest, I don't care. You know, I can only vouch for myself, and as long as my conscience set me free, and, you know, that's the way I got to be. You know, I mean, again, you say I've been more speculative. Blah blah blah. Speculating about it, you know. The people who speculate or suspect is British people. You know, not even the public. It's British media. I mean, they did a program on one of the stations about an hour long. You know, trying to insinuate I've been on drugs. So, I mean, is there a reason? Is there a wonder why? You know, I feel about the media the way they do. Instead of encouraging me and say, yes, you know, you're doing something positive for the youths of today. You know, all they seem to do is try and knock me down. I mean, as they say, they make me and they can break me, but...
I mean, I think to a certain extent they also revel in all your achievements, but you also say that in 1988, the Olympics, when Ben Johnson was tested positive for drugs, that was one of the most traumatic days in your life. Did that really affect you so badly? Well,
of course it does. I mean, when someone accuses you of something that you know you haven't done, I mean, it was, you know, very traumatic. I mean, nobody likes to be accused of something they didn't do, but, you know, saying that, you know, I came away, you know, from it all, and I went on to better things. So, I mean, I don't look back on it and say, yes, you know, it was a bad time or a bad period. It's an experience because I've learned from it, and, you know, here I have gone on to bigger and better things.
Now, your run-ins with the British Athletics Federation have been very well documented. What's the current state of play between you and them at the moment?
Well, I mean, you know, again, I mean, we have a little disagreement, and the media report is all about money. You know, money was never, you know, the real problem. You know, the real problem was a problem of principles, and, you know, you've got to stand up and, you know, be counted. And, you know, the way it's turned out now, a lot of athletes are not, you know, happy with the way the sport has been run. So, I mean, now they're making a stance about it. So,
I mean,
shows that.
You've decided to quit there after, whether that had a major part to play in that from international athletics anyway. A lot of people seem to think that Gothenburg shouldn't have been your finale. It wasn't the winning way out you would have hoped. Will you make a comeback for Atlanta? Because a lot of people want you to.
Well, I mean, you see, at the end of the day, you know, all good things must come to an end. And I can't win everything. And it's something I've always said all along, you know, I don't expect to go out there and win anything. As long as I go out there and I try. You know, as long as you try. I mean, I think I've won everything there is to win in athletics, so now...
There's nothing in you whatsoever that makes you yearn to be out there in Atlanta next time?
Well, no, I mean, I'm still going to compete next year. I'm going to run, you know, races on the circuits and everything else. I'm going to go around, you know, and, you know, wave goodbye to all the fans who have supported me over the years, but I'm still going out there to win, and I still will be a force to be reckoned with next year.
And what was the major factor that made you quit from international athletics? Was it the drug speculation? Was it the BAF? What was the one single factor?
Nobody can make me quit. You know, I mean, drug speculation been going on in athletics, you know, from, you know, man first laced up his spikes. So, I mean, I don't pay no attention to that. I go through the testing procedures, I come out, you know, clean, so I don't worry about what people think. The BAF can't make me quit. I mean, the people who are running the sport now, I've been in the sport and putting bums on seat before they came to be running the sport, so they can't make me quit. I'll quit because I want to quit, because I want to go back and enjoy my athletics. When athletics becomes too much of a chore, too much hard work, then it's time, for me to go and do other things. And I just want to enjoy myself, which is something I feel now, after giving 10 years, to international athletics, I deserve.
Well, you talk about football being one of your first loves in the book. Let's end on a different note. Do you ever look back and think, God, I wish I'd been a professional footballer, slotting the goals for Arsenal, perhaps?
Oh, no, not at all. I have no regrets in my career at all. I've enjoyed athletics. It's given me the chance to pit my